Hey guys, I'm Layla. Welcome to Raid Lore Stories. Today's lore story, courtesy of Twitch chat, is going to be for Supreme Elhain, so I hope you enjoyed this story. More so than any other event, the War of the Elves and the ensuing schism between those who became the High Elves and the Dark Elves has left a lasting scar on the psyche of the Kingdom of Ravia. From the court of the monarch to the most humble crafter, weaver, or stall seller, all High Elves have an opinion on the civil war that split and decimated their race. Usually, these views range from rabble-rousing hatred towards Dark Elves forswearing any contact with them at all, to a desire to lay the old divisions aside for good. Those with the lattermost view, a decidedly minority, one in Aravia, usually only hold out slender hope of even the most tentative reunification between the two sides, and yet their hope persists. The hope is perhaps at its most potent in story form, especially when it concerns a being known as the Champion. A recurring legend among elves in Arabia and beyond, it specifies may change, but its overarching themes remain the same. The Champion goes by many different names and titles, but when the story is told, it is invariably about an elf woman, usually of noble lineage, armed with a bow and a conviction that she is fighting for the forces of righteousness. While peace and reunification are the bedrock of the tales about this coming hero, their martial aspects are also frequently touched on. She is described as preternally naturally skilled with her bow, able to strike the smallest of targets over and over at distances even other elves would struggle to discern with the naked eye. The bow itself is subject to all manners of legend. Some claim it was the first and last weapon forged by the semi-mythic elven smith king Dornarock. Others that it was crafted out of the pure light of Lumea herself. In some accounts, it is a gift from the Lightbringer hero. In others, the tool of a humble elven huntsman that has been passed down through his family since the dawn of time. Regardless of its provenance, the champion wields it with breathtaking skill. Stories of the champion's daring, of her battles against the forces of darkness, of her endeavors to vanquish the evils of Seroth and the corruption that besets Teleria abound. Of greater interest to those who would end the terrible schism that yet splits elf-kind are the accounts that delve beyond heroic battles and virtuous quests. In many stories, the champion's not only a peerless warrior, but also a learned scholar. Groomed for a position of power by her normal family, she has a keen intellect that marks her out as a future leader, not just for Aravia, but for elves all across Teleria. In these particular accounts, the champion is one of a quartet, a group often known as the Chosen Four. Not all are high elves, however. In fact, one is the champion's shadowy opposite, a dark elf male with sorceress talents and an equal penchant for scholarly study. While some stories have them as only reluctant allies, others show how a cautious reserve around each other gives way to mutual respect and, in some cases, more. It is these tales that see the pair working together to mend the ancient rift between high and dark elves, ushering in a new age where the schism is no more. Of course, these are all mere stories. No elf who cares about their reputation would put public stock in claims that a hero will one day emerge and lead the elves to a new period of unity and harmony. And yet, the tales persist. Some elves, more taken with stories and prophecies, even look for connections between the champion and figures currently residing in Aravia. There are rumors, stirred up by unknown gossipers, that Elhain, niece of the Queen Eva, suits the champion's characteristics. She is, after all, not only a skilled warrior, especially with her favored weapon, the bow, but also a studious scholar. Certainly, the Arabian court will not tolerate such idle gossip relating to such an important individual, as the idea that Elhain may one day make peace with the Dark Elves, and even reunite them with the High Elves is unpopular with some. Quite what Elhain herself thinks of the stories is, for now, unknown. Wow, that was quite a long story for Supreme Elhain. I love how they put so much thought into this. Guys, drop me some comments down below at what you think of this story, and thanks so much for watching.